that has been denied you for several years. It is also in the Islamic city of Marawi that is honored and privileged to have been the only one among 12 or several divisions. Now it's 9, I think, or 10 divisions that has obtained the privilege of reloaning. Yung GSIS po ay sa Islamic City of Marawi na ibalik na po ang karapatan nyo. For that, Bapa Mayor Governor Soli, Islamic City of Marawi is our pride in the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao. But it is nothing without a leadership that has command, that has a certain kind of force and pressure to inspire us in the sector. When we came into Reform Arm now, this young lawyer that you will hear has battled it out in titans in Western Mindanao. Isa pong ordinaryong attorney who had to fight an incumbent governor of his island in the province of Sulu. But right now, they are friends with Governor Sakurtan in the issue and in uniting for armed and Bangsamoro reform. It is in our dream, Kakagov Soli, Mayor Fahad, superintendent and supervisors and teachers, barangay captains, that our dream for a Bangsamoro government will not be delayed past Pinoy. Hindi po pwedeng dumaan si Pinoy. 3 years, it cannot happen. It cannot be under a Binay leadership, a Rojas leadership, a Chief Escudero leadership. It can only be that the framework agreement on Bangsamoro or Bangsamoro Basic Law na imantubo, kidimanda niyo. Without the teachers educating our young children that their Bangsamoro identity is important to them, it's not going to happen. Without you saying to our young people, our communities, that the next government of mayors and governors and armed governors will demand that they commit to a Bangsamoro government, it is not going to happen under Pinoy. Mga bangsakan, I have been a journalist and a servant for the Islamic City of Marawi for 10 years. Ningimbuwata ako sa Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I should say na I should prioritize Agiakambuwatakan because I don't have any child for 10 years with my beloved husband, Engineer Abdul Mamit Tumawis of Lilod. Botante rin po, Mayor. At go. That's my mission with Secretary Jihan as my young ate. Kasi magka-classmate po kami doon sa club na walang anak club before, but now she's so lucky. That mission of mine, hindi ko pwede pa pong harapin. Although it is my priority to be a mother, but seeing every one of you tell me that, Ma'am, problema ko po yung differential ko, problema ko po yung sweldo ko, problema ko po yung anak ko, saan papasok na trabaho after graduating? Secretary Jamal is only part of a 10-man team that has to look at 23,000 people's papers. Every signature counts. Every document and every desk na pupuntahan ng papel nyo ay may responsibilidad at i-vouch at i-account na karapatan nyo ang inyong papel. And therefore, no mistakes cannot happen in a reform-armed government. So maaf that this delay in many of our claims after so long ay napakatagal pa po. But we need a government such as in ARM where I belong that can text the budget secretary like Butch Abad that we need 2,000 items for teachers. Saan namin ilalagay sa MyGo Lanao del Norte? There are 200 teachers na pumasa sa MSU MyGo. Saan namin ilalagay? Sa Lanao del Norte, doon sa ako mamuro. Saan natin ilalagay ang hundreds na pumasa ngayon sa graduation sa MSU? More than 8,000 graduated from Mindanao State University. Saang trabaho sa Tawi-Tawi sila papasok? After evacuation, more than 7,000 ang mga bangsatano, Iranon, Maguindanao, Ranao, na may makakasay sa mga inudiran because of our Sabah problem. Ladies and gentlemen, the problems of our sweldo are very compared to the life of a pregnant woman na mimbuwata from a boat riding from Sabah or Sarawak back to Sulu or an island in Basilan. She died during a boat ride. That is a DOH report. You think that Efren Peña, Florida, with his 5 pesos, iiyakan niya for an item? No. Efren lived without a salary as a volunteer teacher, Cariton classroom, sa kanyang tondo squatter. And then when we complain and when we demand of government, we should also pay our demands and pay for our claims. 1.9 billion GSIS obligation is no joke. Wala nang magpapautang dapat sa atin. It's not a joke to have a 1.9 billion GSIS obligation. But because of the trust of the Philippine president, this president that was the first president to visit an MILF chairman in Japan, the first Philippine president to celebrate Corregidor massacre. O pamanaan na presidente na tigog yung mga attorney niya, ago mga military advisor niya na inong recognize sa Jabida, apya mo no mga Muslim. But because of the trust that we have in a Philippine president, siyungan niyan si Mujib sa Corregidor. It is not about being a Basilan or a Maguindanao or a Maranao governor. It really is about our welfare and benefit as a people. Papa Mayor, Kakagov Soli, mga teachers and superintendents, all officials, Secretary Jian, and all the officials here, it is now this time. It can never be another time to have a framework agreement on Bangsamoro. Kaupya mo no kasubakla, ada di mamuno sa mga wata kang uduan kon, then you cannot have your own government. We have got to secure our own people, our own bangsa. Because the congressman will say, bakit namin ibibigay sa mga Bangsamoro? Hindi sila nagkakaisa. May tubo at tawayakan. He's only a lowly yakan, therefore do not support that yakan. Or a Badjao, or a Mapun. It is my position as a Maranao that we have been very privileged. We are going to have the first Supreme Court Justice, inshallah, from the Maranao, Jaapar Di Maampaw. We are going to have a CA Justice. We are going to have so many Maranaos climb up the ladder. But for an Iranon, for a Jama Mapun, for a Yakan, it's going to happen a long time. So mga Maguindanao na first lawyer pa lang na babae, 10 years ago, si Atty. Cynthia Giani. So, yes, I'm to introduce our guest speaker, but I cannot feel but emote and share with you that my dream for this Islamic city of Marawi is to be the capital of ARMM. Ande manay ba pa mayor? Si dapan matatagutan sa Cotabato. But you have to demand that Marawi City can be a capital. We were kilometer zero, the starting point of Mindanao. We have to be, because we are the Islamic city. So, Secretary Jamal, a young lawyer who battled it out in Sulu, taking on the impossible mission like a Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible DepEd, of bringing back the rights and privileges of teachers under the leadership of our own Governor Mujib Hataman, who we witnessed works 24 hours by 7 without tribal inclination, recognized me, a nobody in politics, to become your assemblywoman. Who am I? I am no one in politics. I was just a journalist. Bapagov Soli, Sir Soli believed in me. But along the way, I had to be based in Metro Manila. And it was Governor Mujib who gave me a chance to be recognized by this president. A presidential appointee. 27 of us, tatlo lang po kami ni Assemblyman Yasser Naga and Assemblyman Mocodef Dionato ang mag-extend beyond May. And for that, palakpakan natin ang ARM Governor for giving me this chance to be your servant. To be your servant. To be your servant. Ladies and gentlemen, the Secretary, who hopefully will continue to be our Secretary after May 2013, Secretary Jamal.